Hi, I'm Hugh from Twisted. This is the first episode of us cooking amazing food in this beautiful city. We've got some fantastic locations, and today I'm cooking a giant shawarma pizza at Atelier M. The shawarma pizza is inspired by one of Italy's most favourite dishes, the pizza, and the shawarma, which is lots of little chicken pieces cooked over charcoal, served with those amazing condiments. So we're going to start with the marinade that consists of olive oil, cinnamon, some cardamom, some coriander, some cumin, salt, some paprika, some lemon and garlic. In we go. Once this is a nice smooth paste, I'm going to add my chicken thighs. These are chopped up into a kind of even dice so they all cook at the same time. I've chosen thigh over breast because I think it's just a more flavourful cut of chicken, so it's much better to grill in my opinion. Once this is completely coated, you cover it, pop it in the fridge for an hour or as long as you've got to marinate. And now we're going to make the pizza sauce. So this is a mix between a classic pizza sauce like with tomatoes and that red chili sauce that you get with your kebab. So we're going to start with some plum tomatoes. This is some malt vinegar, some roasted red peppers, which is that's the sort of Middle Eastern part, some sugar, some red onion. This is very Middle Eastern, but a little pinch of cloves, some salt, a little bit of black pepper. This is some smoked paprika. So I've got one more thing to add, and that's 2 red chilies. So you're going to turn the heat on and yeah, just give it a stir. So this is a really easy sauce. You just basically dump it all into the saucepan and leave it to bubble away for an hour, and you end up with this really thick, delicious, sweet and sour base for your pizza. So I'm now going to skewer the chicken ready for the shawarma. I'm just going to put some gloves on so I don't get my hands covered in marinade. This is some chicken that I marinated yesterday, so it's like, you know, really got the flavour in there. So now I'm going to put these on the skewers. These, like, often you get skewers that are sold that are like round, but you don't want that. You want these ones that are like basically like a sword, so the meat doesn't kind of fall around on it. So that's the last bit of chicken. Going to spread them out, grill them on your charcoal. So they're going to be on there for about 10 or 15 minutes, but keep an eye on them because each grill is different. The charcoals, you know, yeah, just keep turning them over, make sure they don't burn because you don't want your chicken to dry out. So the chicken's done. You can see it's absolutely delicious. It's got like little kind of caramelized bits. So I'm going to take it off here and then leave it to cool a little bit and chop it into little bits, and that's going to go on top of our pizza. This meat looks insanely good. So the chicken's going over there, and now it's time to actually make the pizza. So this is some pizza dough I made yesterday. 24 hours has given it a certain sourness that you wouldn't get if you sort of made some dough about an hour ago. So I'm gonna glug loads of olive oil onto my baking tray. This isn't gonna be a round pizza, it's gonna be a rectangular one. With pizza dough, you don't ever really wanna roll it out. Lots of people make the mistake of getting a rolling pin out, but you just wanna kind of allow it to stretch naturally with your hands. And if it's too cold, just out of the fridge, it won't do that, so you have to let it kind of sit and get a bit warm. Stretching him out, you're just sort of easing it into the corners, like never force it. So I'm leaving a little raised bit towards the crust. I'm going to scatter that with sesame seeds, another nod to the kebab. Now I'm going to get that lovely sauce that I had earlier. I've blended it all up. It's a really smooth, delicious, perfect consistency to start ladling on and start actually building up my pizza. You don't want this ladled on too thickly. You don't want it to be sloppy. You're definitely going to have leftover sauce and it will keep for ages, so you can use it for another pizza. So now it's time for the chicken to go on. So I'm going to scatter it on, not too much on there, even spacing. And now I'm going to get the cheese. This is a pizza mozzarella. Don't use the fresh stuff because that will just kind of like leach out onto the, you want a drier one. The fresh stuff has got too much moisture. Sesame seeds around the edge, and then it's going to go in the oven for about 10-15 minutes. There we go, amazing. One finished shawarma pizza. So I'm just going to carefully get them off. There we go. Awesome. We've got some tahini yogurt sauce. It's a mixture of garlic, lots of lemon juice, tahini, which is a sesame paste, and yogurt and like splashes of water. These are some red onions marinated in lemon juice and sumac, some cucumber, chopped tomato. They had some amazing tomatoes here actually. I don't know if it's a Dubai speciality, but they were delicious. And I really like these. You get these these sort of pickled green chilies that you find. Probably go easy on these because they're quite hot. And last but definitely not least, some chopped herbs. I've got mint, dill and parsley roughly chopped. And there you go, you've got like an amazingly colourful, quite healthy and delicious shawarma pizza. So we've got a finished shawarma pizza. We're in the most amazing location to enjoy it, so who wants some? What a party! It was a pizza party, it's a shawarma pizza party on a skyscraper.